course, right?
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another last-minute NFL betting live stream hosted by myself, Matt Modi. Presumably, you all know me. Presumably, you also know my partner here, Andrew Kim, aka the Parlaydoc. Andrew, how are we doing?
Good, man. I had a good week last week, so I know I switched up the strategy and went a lot of spreads and totals, and came out pretty good actually. So up, a few $100, not anything to shout from the mountaintops, but I'll take winning over losing. So
I was going to say, that's up money. You can't go broke being up money. That's what they always say.
Exactly. All right.
Cool. Yeah. So for today, going to be doing pretty much kind of the same thing we've been doing, going through each game specifically today. Not going to talk about the London game, which that ended up being just a total snooze fest. So good thing that we didn't have to worry about that one. Each game up to Sunday Night Football, we'll talk through it, give our picks for it. At the end, we will do some degeneracy, of course, as well. We're still riding high on that plus 20,000 hit from 2 weeks ago. And then what we're also going to do is give away a Trevor Lawrence. Did you say rookie card?
Trevor Lawrence, CGC slab, freshly slabbed from CGC, grade 9. It's a die cut, so special insert, so not a base card, not a rookie card. I think it's a second-year T-Law, but still a nice card, and the price is right when it's free $99 for you listeners who dedicate Sunday mornings to listening to us. So
$3.99. Yeah. It's not lost on us that there are plenty of places people can go to get last-minute live streams and stuff. So we definitely appreciate those of you who tune in. I'll announce how you can be entered for that card at the very end after our degeneracy. And yeah, I think that's everything. So we can get right into it. Mr. Mechanical, what is up? Sorry, no, what would you have to say?
So one thing, Matt, I'm going to have you help me today, and I'm putting pressure on you. Okay. So as we go through each game, all I need you to tell me, but I need you to be strong about it.
Sure.
When you feel one of the games we go through today, on every one we go through, tell me yes if you think that you can see this being a back and forth battle. So not who's going to win, but will it be back and forth, points being battled back and forth? Tell me yes or no, and then this will play into our degeneracy at the end.
Sure. So by back and forth, do you mean a lot of
scoring back and forth? So not one team dominating, just can you envision the two teams will actually go back and forth tit for tat scoring in the game? That's what I need from you. Just yes or no. Yes.
So if it's going to be really gross and like 3-0, that doesn't count, right? We're talking about points back and forth.
Back and forth. They have to score back and forth, yes or no, and then that'll play into our degeneracy.
Okay, got it.
Just either way, yes or no. So either one.
Got it. Okay, I like it. All right, well, this first game, probably the best game of the day, Dolphins-Bills. It's going to be awesome. The 2-1 Bills host the 3-0 Dolphins. Dolphins just put up a 70 burger on the Broncos last week, and the Bills dominated the Commanders. I think it was 37-3. I just have up the best odds depending on what side you want to go. Dolphins +3, -115 at FanDuel. Bills -2.5, -117 at Sport Trade. Both of them are kind of a little bit juiced, over under 53.5 if you don't want to take a side. But I'll let you go first. What do you have in this one?
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I don't feel great about it. So I'm not going strong. I'm putting like $30 just on. I'm going to regret this. Bills -2.5, just because it's 2.5.
Sure.
They're at home. If you can catch it at 3.5 somehow later as lines move, then I would probably go Dolphins. So literally, this is me just betting numbers. And I don't know when you're going to find Bills -2.5 at home again. And I think, look, are the Dolphins an offensive juggernaut? Yes, but the Bills can stuff the run, so they just know we just got to cover the passing game. If you look at Tua's passer rating when there's clean pockets versus pressure, there's actually a huge discrepancy. So I think it's going to come down to, I mean, look, that's an obvious statement, but his actually is a huge differential. There is a huge drop off. So it's just, can the Bills get enough pressure on Tua? If the answer is yes, then I think they got a shot to cover this. If no, then I mean, the obvious may play out and Dolphins may carve them up, but I'm going to go Bills -2.5, I think it was -117 when I caught it maybe on DraftKings. So
sure. Yeah. I'm actually going the opposite of you. I like the Dolphins money line straight up. If you want to get them, it's plus 133 at Sporttrade, which I know not everybody can use. But if you are in Colorado or New Jersey, I definitely recommend checking it out. Plus 125, best offered at like Barstool, and plus 124 at FanDuel. And then if you want to take the spread, be a little bit safer, that's fine. Plus 3, minus 115 at FanDuel. That price is still there. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be close. I could definitely see this being a game that goes back and forth for the first game to answer your question.
Okay.
Right now,
no, it'll be a battle. It'll be a battle.
All right. Yeah. As of right now, it's pretty cool. It's like the number 1 team in DVOA versus the number 2 team. Bills being number 1, Dolphins being number 2. Bills are more well-rounded, 5th ranked offense, 2nd ranked defense, whereas the Dolphins, the best offense by far with the 21st defense. I don't know. I think this could be just one of those years for the Dolphins. Everything seems to be going right. I mean, they bashed the Broncos with Jalen Waddle out. Now they get Jalen Waddle back. Between Mostert and A-Chain, they have 2 just electric running backs. And I don't know, the Bills, that game last week, I watched it because they played the Commanders, and I have friends visiting who are Commanders fans.
Yeah.
The game was 16-0 heading into the fourth quarter. And twice the Commanders had the ball at like the 1-yard line. One time just turnover on downs. Another time Sam Howell threw an interception. So the game could have been a lot closer than it was. So I don't necessarily think the blowout was representative of the Bills. And also Sam Howell turned it over like 5 times. Like, you're not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I think the Dolphins are going to be able to carve them up. So I like them straight up. I also have 2 player props in this. Well, I took Josh Allen over 33.5 rushing yards. I got it at 15. I like it. Yeah. And I took James Cook over 55.5 rushing yards, also minus 115 at BetMGM.
Nice.
The Bills have done a pretty good job running the ball. And I feel like Josh Allen, the kind of MO on him is in bigger games, he's going to run more, or in games where the team has a pretty good defense. Like if he's pressured, he's going to run more. I think both those things are going to happen today. So those are my 2 player props. Did you have any player props or just a straight up?
Yeah, no, player props. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to put like $25 each because it's so hard. I mean, both teams have so many weapons. I like, though, the angle today where, I mean, it's 2 really good teams going for each other. They're going to be so amped up to shut down wide receiver ones that I'm going to go sprinkle like $25 on Jalen Waddle plus 175. I think we're going to get value here because everyone's worried about him coming back with the layoff and stuff. But, obviously you're going to quadruple team like Tyreek Hill. So I'd say Waddle plus 175. And look, he's been finding the end zone. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit going Gabe Davis as well. So instead of Diggs, the obvious. So I'm gonna go sprinkle both. Hoping that, you get a little value. You could get plus 225, which I think is nice for someone who's already found pay dirt multiple times on Davis, and plus 175 for Waddle when you shop around. So I'm going to sprinkle a little on each one, like $25 a piece probably. So
sure. Yeah, I like it. All right, we can move on to the next one. Vikings Panthers. Just a gross game. I didn't have a play on the main line. I actually had my play here was Kirk Cousins over 275.5 passing yards. Here's passing yards totals through 3 games: 344, 364, and 367. They've been passing the ball a ton, and he's done a really good job doing it. So 275 is a high number, but it's also like 50 yards to 100 yards lower than what he's been doing all year. And there's a couple sources I like to look at for player props. One of them is actually looking at FanDuel almost as like a book to set the line, because FanDuel, it's weird. They're almost always an outlier compared to every other book when it comes to player props, but they also are generally more accurate than the rest of them. FanDuel had his over-under set at 279, so 4 yards higher. And then props.cash had his projection at 347 passing yards. Now, I don't know a ton what goes into prop.cash's projections, so I don't want to just make it sound like they're the source of truth. But
yeah, I'm not sure either.
Between them and FanDuel, it's like 2 sources in our favor. And then also the Vikings have had no success running the ball. All they do is throw it. Like Alexander Madison's been terrible. He's got really good weapons. I think they're going to keep throwing it. I don't have a play on the main line. As you can see, it's like Vikings 4, 4.5, depending where you look. I have no idea what to think about this one. Both teams are 0-3. So I sat that one out. But yeah, player prop for Kirk Cousins. What do you got in this one?
I like that. It's interesting. I have a separate one that kind of involves Kirk Cousins. this kind of previews into a different game. I couldn't make up my mind. I didn't really like the spread for the Eagles-Commanders game, but I like the idea of the under a little bit. But the under was a little too low. But I could see the Eagles being ball dominant. I think they're maybe second place in just ball dominance and ball possession, basically. And I could see them bleeding out the clock. I could see Howell struggling, against that Eagles secondary a bit. So I'm doing a little teaser / parlay, I guess, or parlay. Cousins 250 passing yards.
Okay.
Under 48.5 in the Commanders Eagles game to basically come out almost even money for like $35. So simple 2-leg parlay of two things that I like. I was just a little nervous about. I like Cousins straight up passing though. I mean, so I think I'm just really wanting to tease up that total a little bit in that Commanders Eagles game. So that's kind of the angle I went with that. And then in the game itself, I agree with you. I think it's going to be passing all day. I don't think the Panthers secondary is going to be I don't think they have enough, but because they're going to double, triple Jefferson, man, I don't think the books have really adjusted enough for KJ Osborne. I know he's not a stud, but to get KJ Osborne after he scored a few times already at plus 400 still, I think it was plus 425 this morning. I missed it, but it's plus 400 right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
FanDuel. So I'm doing $37.50 to win like 150 for KJ Osborne, someone who's just consistently been scoring. He's going to be open. It's just hopefully he doesn't have butterfingers because he's dropped a few here and there. But hopefully he can grip it together with some sticky gloves and get cash of plus 400. KJ Osborne. I think that's amazing value for someone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
After Jefferson, it's kind of a toss up between Jordan Addison and Hawkinson. Yeah. I like Addison. I haven't looked at touchdowns in this one. Addison, not Madison.
Addison. Yep.
Yeah. Where is he? So he's at 250. Yeah. So you're getting a lot better value on KJ Osborne. Yeah. I don't hate it. All right. Moving on. Next one. Best game of the day. Broncos Bears. 2-0-3 teams that just got smashed last week. I will let you start this one off as our Bears fan.
Very simple, man. My Bears are pathetic. I mean, there is no other word. I'm going to be brief here. It's just, after all that talk from Justin, I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be free. I'm going to let it rip. What did you do? You couldn't even rip a fart in that game. It was so pathetic. There's all that drama. It's like usually when there's drama, something happens. There was drama with coaching. Coaching's like, whatever, messing me up. And then you don't do anything. Then you talk. Why even throw your team under the bus and then just suck. You have no weapons. You're horrible. We have not made any progression anywhere. I hate the Broncos, but I don't even see how the Broncos lose to my Bears. So I hate it. I would recommend passing on this dumpster fire of a game, but just because it's my Bears, I feel like I need to watch the games. I'm going to put Broncos -3, minus 115 at PointsBet, just $35. And this one I'm going to regret, and I've already regretted it once this season. Russell Wilson, over 241.5 passing yards, because if there is any team he will be able to move the ball on, it is my Chicago Bears. And if Russell Wilson can't hit this on my Bears, then the Russell Wilson and my Bears are dead to me the rest of this season. Just they're both dead at this point. But Wilson over 241.5 passing yards and Broncos -3 against my Chicago Bears.
That's actually pretty good. I just looked it up. FanDuel has that at 250.5, as does
DraftKings. DraftKings is 241.5 right now. You can go look it up, and I put $20 on it. Yep.
I'm going to lock that in as we speak, just because the value. The value
is there. There is a huge differential on DraftKings right now.
Yeah, and Russell.
My Bears are horrible.
Yeah, Props.Cash has his over/under his projected passing yards at about just under 270. So as we are speaking, this game I wrote pass. I got nothing. That's my exact notes. I have no idea if the Broncos covered the spread. Wouldn't be surprised. If the Bears won, wouldn't be surprised. If the game ended 3-0, like there's no outcome in this game that I would say I did not see that coming. Except for both quarterbacks looking good. I guess I don't see that happening. So I don't have a play on this one until now. I'm going to ride you. I'm going to ride on that Russell Wilson passing yards. I like that one. So I just locked that one in. It's -115 at both DraftKings and BetMGM. All right. Boldy Jones says he feels your pain.
Will that be a battle? Yes or no? No battle, lopsided.
I mean, will it be it's going to be like a battle with like foam swords, probably. It's going to be like, I don't know. People scoring back and forth, I don't see it.
Okay.
I think it'll be close. I don't think it's going to be scoring back and forth.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. Next game, we got Ravens versus Browns. So this is interesting. Just this morning, they ruled out Deshaun Watson. So Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to start for the Browns.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I was
like
all
Dorian
over.
Thompson.
Yeah, me too. UCLA. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was all over the Browns on this one. I didn't think that Deshaun Watson was going to actually miss the game, admittedly. So I got them at -2.5. I think I haven't actually looked at the spread. Give me 1 second since they ruled out Deshaun Watson. Yeah, so no, that's the wrong game. If I could get my computer to load. So now now the Ravens are favored, which is crazy. So because Deshaun Watson's out, I still like the Browns in this one. Deshaun Watson has been terrible. It's not like you're losing Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts or somebody. Sure. He's been awful. The Ravens, it's like their quarterback's healthy, and that's basically the only part of their roster that is actually healthy on the Ravens. Like their secondary's banged up, their running backs are banged up, their offensive line's banged up, their receivers are banged up. Like they have nothing. The Browns defense has been amazing. They're number one. Pretty sure they're number one in DVOA. If not, they're definitely close. And even with no Nick Chubb, like the Jerome Ford looked fine starting for the Browns. Like that offensive line does a lot of the work for the Browns. So the odds on the screen here are wildly different than what they are now because I was not expecting Deshaun Watson to be ruled out. I'm still on the Browns. You can get them if you want to take their money line, they're +110 at FanDuel. If you want to be a little bit safer, take their spread. They're +2 at Barstool. And that's where I'm leaning. And then this is for the previous game, but Jerry Jeudy touchdown for Broncos Bears is what Rubet Help says. So, all right, what do you got? What do you got in this one? Browns, Ravens.
Okay. Same thing. I mean, I would lean Ravens, just for a lot of the reasons that was already mentioned. I'm doing another, I'm lame today. I'm changing it up. I'm changing up my style every week. I'm doing another two-legger. I'm taking, especially now with changing QB, young guy, who knows, both teams not really, smooth operations right now offensively. Yeah. I'm going to tease under 45.5 and then 49ers to cover -6. And on DraftKings, you can get this at +106. So
that's pretty good.
I'll take that as a two-legger. And then I was just looking up while you're talking because it brought me back flashbacks of his UCLA days. Dorian Thompson, he'd rush in, right? I mean, he wasn't I wouldn't say a prolific rusher, but at the goal line, he would rush in for several. I'm trying to
he would. He can scoot. Yeah, he can scoot.
Yeah, let's look it up right now. Just an impromptu
+290 at DraftKings.
Okay, that's it.
I kind of like
it now as we speak. +290 at DraftKings. You heard me on the spot. We created it on the live stream. Let me lock it in.
I will ride with you on that one. +290 is pretty good. I'll put a half unit on that bad boy.
Yeah, because young, freaking out, people coming to sack him. What are you going to do? You're going to use your athleticism. So why not?
Yeah, why not? I tried to look up rushing yards. They didn't have anything up yet for him specifically because kind of the same exact logic. He's going to run the ball a ton probably. It's like, what does a young quarterback do when he's like a little in over his head?
Keep an eye out for that then, guys. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, we can monitor it as we go. ICT guy says Browns D is stout. DTR just needs to protect the ball 100%. Just don't turn it over and the Browns will probably win. So I agree.
Yeah. Wow. Plus 290 right up. Whoa, guys! Dorian Thompson-Robinson on Rivers +400 right now.
Oh, bet Rivers, I don't even bother.
Oh, you don't even.
I mean, I can barely even get dollars.
You're limited there.
Bet Rivers and PointsBet, I don't even bother showing odds for anymore. They don't even deserve me to think about them.
Gotcha. But if you have Bet Rivers and you don't hate them like Matt does. +400 for Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a lot better.
That's huge, guys. Take that. Yeah. I'm gonna take that one instead. But we're both on him.
We're both on the score. All right. Next game we have here: Steelers Texans. I will let you start on this one.
Okay, Steelers Texans. Man, I missed it. If I caught it, I really would have liked Steelers -2.5. But I'm gonna say my limit is -3, so I took Steelers -3. minus 110 at Barstool. Look, I actually liked it. Texans have been fun to watch, and CJ Stroud's arm is legit, but I just think the Steelers are just so, methodical. They're not fun to watch, but I trust them more with consistency just to play their brand of football. They know what they're doing. They're just going to, dink and dunk and run and kill the clock and play defense. So I'm going to roll with Steelers -3. I do have a Texans prop though. Tank Dell, man. Oh, he is frisky as hell. And he's getting mid-level, some deep looks. So Tank Dell over 45.5. I'd say if you believe in the Texans, he's going to hit that. If you don't believe in them, there's going to be a negative game script, and by volume, he's going to get that. Yeah. He's playing like 60-something% of their snaps for route running. So I like Tank Dell over 45.5 receiving yards, -115 on DraftKings. That is my player prop for that game.
Yeah, I actually also have the same exact player prop. I got it at 43.5 at BetMGM.
Even smarter. Look at you.
I totally agree. He don't like rookie wide receiver. They always kind of come on a little bit slower, but like he had 4 targets in week 1. In weeks 2 and 3 combined, he had 17. Went way over his total those past 2 games. Props.cash has his receiving projected receiving yards at 77.5.
Wow. Okay.
When Tank Dell's on the field, he gets targeted. He leads. He's tied with Nico Collins in terms of targets per route run, and his snaps are like going up more and more each week. His percentage of snaps. So I totally agree. I also took the over on this one. I feel like the offenses, like the total is so low at 40. It's like, I think you can get it over 41.5 right now. I guess it's at most books now at 41.5. Like the Steelers offense was fine against the Raiders when they weren't playing the 49ers, and who else did they? The Browns, like 2 of the best defenses in the NFL. The Texans offense has actually been pretty good. Like CJ Stroud looks great. So I think points are going to be scored in this one. So I also took the over, but I'm with you on Tank Dell. I like that one a lot.
Nice.
All right. Next up, Rams versus Colts. Earlier in the week, I was on the Rams on this one, but that was before Monday Night Football, and that kind of scared me off because they looked a lot worse than I was expecting. Yeah, it's also an interesting game where it's like, depending where you look, like you could get one team at like Rams +1.5, or you get Colts +1. I ended up sitting out anything on the spread in the total. I took Anthony Richardson anytime touchdown +145 at Barstool.
Yep.
Coming off the concussion is scary, but he scored in both games he's played so far, and he scored literally on the first 2 drives of the game, and then he got hurt on his last touchdown. Shane Steichen, Colts head coach, came over from the Eagles when Jalen Hurts scored a ton. He's good at getting the quarterback and the running game going, and Anthony Richardson has looked good as well. So I didn't think that would be plus money anymore because he literally scored the first 2 weeks, and they seem to be basically doing everything except for the tush push to get him in the end zone. So +145 at Barstool, by all means.
Yeah, I mean, same. Literally, I have Richardson. I paused for a second, but I'm like, you know what? If he's cleared to play, then he's cleared to play. And I don't see enough from him right now that says I'm going to sit here like Tom Brady and go through 4 progressions to hit my 4th read. So if he's on the field, I'm going to roll with what's been working. And I think, yeah, exactly. I'm like, I was like, man, he's going to be -105, +105. Yeah. But when I saw +145, right now I'm going to take it as an auto bet until he proved me otherwise. And then for the game itself, man, I don't know. I think, personally, I'm going to go opposite of what I thought at the beginning of the season. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm like, the Rams are trash, but the Rams have been surprisingly pretty okay. So I'm going to roll Rams money line. I caught it at -112. Not going to go crazy, but I think still versus a question mark kind of team. I don't know what the Colts really are right now, but minus Richardson putting on entertaining runs. So I'm going to go Rams money line -112 DK on DraftKings, basically. So
you can get it at -110 now at FanDuel. I just looked it up.
Shifting.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, early in the week, I took the Rams. I just Monday scared me off because they just couldn't do anything. But the Bengals defense is good. So who knows? Yeah. All right, next one, Bucks versus Saints. What do you got for me in this one?
Oh, I'm gonna spare. I mean, I don't have anything because this is close to as ugly as my Bears one. But if you want to lean, man, I mean, I'm just gonna lean Saints barely. But I have nothing. I have no interest in this game, and I didn't want to just throw blind darts. Like at least in the Bears game, I have an angle with Russ Wilson with the odds differential or a line differential. Nothing really screams off the page. So I'm going to listen to you on this one. I had nothing on this game.
Yeah, I had close to nothing. Since Derek Carr got ruled in, the odds shifted on this one as well. Like the problem is I make these in advance. So like last minute line changes, I can't get the graphics to reflect that. I wish I could just pull them up live. But anyways, right now you could get the Bucks plus 4.5 at -115 at BetMGM. That's what I would take. The Bucks plus 4.5.
Okay. Yeah.
Derek Carr has been horrible.
He has in the red zone, especially. God.
Yeah, he's been terrible. And now he's like has a hurt throwing shoulder. The Bucks defense, yes, they just got gashed by the Eagles last week on the ground, but the Saints offensive line is not the Eagles offensive line. And I think that the Bucks are getting a little bit too undervalued just because they look bad on Monday Night Football. And they did look bad, but like a couple drops from Mike Evans in that game could be a little bit different. And like I said, the Saints are just not going to have the same success running the ball that the Eagles did. So I like the Bucks plus 3.5 on this one. I also like the under. I think I must have written down the wrong over-under because it's not 46. It's at 41. So you can disregard the over-under. I messed up that. But I just think that this game's going to be super low scoring, and I think the Bucks are going to be able to keep it close. Like Baker Mayfield struggles with pressure. The Saints can't generate pressure the same way the Eagles do. So I think this game is going to be closer than people think, and 4.5 is just too much for literally Derek Carr against almost anybody. So I like the Bucks, plus 4.5, -115 at BetMGM. I don't have any player props or anything, though. You're right. This is going to be as close to as gross. Even though they're two teams with a winning record, close to as gross as Bears Broncos.
Pretty much, yeah. All right. What do we got next?
We can move on. Commanders, Eagles. I'll let you go first on this one as well.
Commanders, Eagles. I already mentioned I teased that under, so I'm going under 40.5 with Kirk Cousins 250 passing, getting close to even odds. I got a couple. AJ Brown, man, how many passes?
He's got to score.
Hands? And I know I hate the betting mantra of like he's due is really a fallacy, but man, if there was anybody that's effing due, it's AJ Brown and Jamar Chase. And I'm just like, it's almost going to statistically defy the odds if these two just can't start, scoring consistent. So I'm going AJ Brown anytime touchdown plus 145 on FanDuel. And this one, I'm going in on you, AJ. So you better goddamn score. I'm going $50 on him. And then just for fun, just from my Eagles love from last season, even though I'm a Chicagoan, I'm doing a very, very tiny Eagles only parlay. DeAndre Swift, 50 yards rushing. Devontae Smith, 50 yards. Dallas Goedert, 25 yards. Eagles -5.5 and under 52.5 for plus 530 for $20. So I'm trying to quintuple that to $100. So just Eagles to cover, Eagles props and under. So
yeah, I love that AJ Brown one. They gave him so many targets in the red zone last week, and he had the one drop. He had the one where it was like just over his fingertips. It was so close. He was so close to scoring. I agree with you. And the spread on this one, like earlier in the week, you could get Eagles -7.5, and then like just this morning, you could get Commanders plus 10. It's kind of settled between 8.5 and 9. I don't know. I struggle with the spread because
I stayed away from it.
Like over a touchdown is just too rich for my blood for a lot of divisional games. The Commanders generally play the Eagles pretty tough. They beat the Eagles last year when the Eagles were undefeated at home on Monday night. And then the first time they played, the Eagles smoked them, but that was with Carson Wentz at quarterback, who is the worst quarterback in the NFL. And so I can see both sides of it. And just because I'm an Eagles fan, I know way more about this matchup. But like Sam Howell's taking sacks at a record pace, and the Eagles are the last team you want to face for a quarterback that's holding onto the ball too long. And sorry, my dogs are barking. And he's a classic young quarterback in that he holds onto it too long, and he's very prone to making turnover-worthy mistakes. And Eagles defense has been phenomenal at turning the ball over. But I also think this line is a little bit too inflated because the Eagles look great on Monday Night Football. The Commanders look terrible. And that I just think that the spread should be a little bit closer. So if I had to take a side, I would actually take the Commanders. You can get them plus 9.5 at DraftKings.
Yeah, at that spread, I hear you. At that spread, I would too. Yeah.
It's just too much. In terms of player props, I do love AJ Brown. anytime touchdown. I also really like, I was looking at this earlier, depending what the odds are at. Jalen Hurts under 43.5 rushing yards. He's not been the same quarterback running the ball. They've had a ton of success running the ball, not with him. So they're going to try and continue doing that. So no play on the spread. If I had to have a lean, it would be Commanders. But I love that AJ Brown touchdown. I think they're trying so much to get him the ball in the end zone. It's going to come eventually.
All his chirping, God, catch it, AJ, catch it.
I know. All right. So moving on, Bengals Titans. I'll go first on this one. I'm taking the Bengals. They're -2.5. At -108 at Sporttrade. I think the odds have moved a little bit more in favor of the Bengals as this has gone on. I can look that up real quick. So it's relying on the Bengals is a little bit scary. So yeah, 2.5 -114 at FanDuel. That's the best odds, not Sporttrade. It's a little bit scary because with Burrow and his calf, but I do think that they seem to figure some stuff out on offense last week, mostly just with the quick passing game. Yeah. And Burrow's really, really good at the quick passing game. The Titans, their offense is just pitiful to watch. It's putrid. It is disgusting.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Exactly.
And the Bengals defense is good. And they just shut down the Rams last week. And they could do the same thing to the Titans offense. So again, I probably would look dumb if the Bengals offense just craps the bed like they always do, but I will trust them this week.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to overthink this. Exactly. I'll live and die with it. It's okay. But I've seen nothing. Yeah, defense is a different story, specifically run defense from the Titans. Yeah. I don't see anything that says they can shut down someone like Jamar Chase. And if you try to shut him down, then you get burned by the other receivers. And if Joe Burrow just plays smart and,
I know,
just go for some of those crossing routes, the short ones, just take what they give you. Chase is going to carve him up. I mean, he might carve him up for 85, 90 yards just from dink and dunks, honestly, with yards after the catch. And like you said, I've seen nothing that says competence from their offensive schemes for the Titans that if the Bengals don't cover this, it's because they just totally imploded. So I'll take the risk that they can cover a measly -2.5 and not implode. And if they implode, what can you do? I mean, can't predict total implosion. So not even going to overthink it. Bengals -2.5, totally with you on that one independently. And Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown, +130 on FanDuel, putting $50 on that. I'm putting $100 on the Bengals actually. So they better cover this. So
I like
so I'm very confident on them to cover. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and to your point, the Titans defense, they're 15th overall in DVOA, completely middle of the pack. They're 26th against the pass, and they're 3rd against the rush. And the Bengals offense, what they want to do is pass the ball. I think that's kind of why I lean towards the Bengals. All right, so that's the last of the 1 p.m. slate. Now we're moving on to the 4 p.m. slate. This is obviously Eastern. Raiders versus Chargers. What do you got in this one?
So this isn't fair for the listeners, but I know I was texting you about this the other day. So as soon as I heard that Garoppolo is out, I hopped on it before the line shifted, and I just locked in Chargers -5, and I took I'm not gonna lie, like $150 on that sucker. So I might look. This is how you kind of feel about the Bengals. I'm like, and I even texted you. I'm like, man, Chargers are their own worst enemies.
Yeah, they are.
If they could just play like they should on paper against the Garoppolo-less Raiders, Garoppolo-less.
It sounds like a Greek city, Garoppolo,
that were already struggling to find consistency and rhythm. Man, just end your season, Chargers. So Chargers -5. I would only play it up to -6.5. I wouldn't cross that key number because I barely trust them at -5, honestly. But if you want some action on the spread, I'm taking Chargers. I have no idea because I thought it was going to be Hoyer, but now it sounds like it's Aiden O'Connell, right? He's playing. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I don't know anything about Aiden O'Connell. I don't watch college a ton, so I know like Thompson Robinson. I know a few of these other guys like, Zach Charbonnet, but I don't know. I don't know anything about Aiden O'Connell. I just know that even with Garoppolo, they didn't look so hot. Devontae gets his, and he's going to get his every game. But I'm just taking Chargers. I'm going to keep my life simple. I can't even guess sometimes who's going to score on the Chargers. So all I have is Chargers -5, and play it up to -6.5 is my advice.
Sure. I am going opposite from you. I am on the Raiders on this one. I get it. Everything you said makes sense. Here's the thing. Jimmy G's terrible. So you're replacing it's really hard to be that much worse than Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, yes, there is a Zach Wilson out there. And if Aiden O'Connell is Zach Wilson, then I'm going to look stupid for this. But
sure.
He looked good in the preseason, which doesn't always mean everything. It doesn't really mean anything. But like, I cannot trust the Chargers to cover a touchdown. I just cannot do it, especially with Mike Williams out.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Austin Eckler's probably out. Again, like this is one of those ones where no matter who's wrong, we're going to feel stupid. Like, of course, the Raiders couldn't cover a touchdown with the rookie quarterback. And like, if the Raiders cover, you're going to say, well, of course, the Chargers couldn't cover a touchdown. They're the freaking Chargers. So
yeah, I know.
This is more likely than not probably a no touch. But like giving out a pick, like I said, I will never trust the Chargers to cover a touchdown. Never. Just a total loser team.
I don't blame you. And that's why even when I texted you, I was like, man, I'm going to regret this. But the only thing I believe in is that arm of Herbert. That's the only thing on the Chargers. But minus that, the play calling, sometimes I have no idea what they're doing. I have no idea. It's like, in my opinion, a waste of like potentially a generational quarterback. I mean, that's
they got to get rid of Brandon Staley. They got to do it.
Pretty much. Okay.
All right. Next up, Patriots versus Cowboys. I didn't have a ton, and I didn't feel super strongly about this one, but my official play here is Patriots plus 6.5. It's minus 115 at BetMGM. But this is honestly strictly an EV play for me. I don't feel super strongly specifically about the matchup. Like the Cowboys just got punked by the Cardinals last week, which was crazy. The reason why the success that the Cardinals had was on the ground, and the Patriots, all they want to do is run the ball and throw the ball up the middle of the field with Mac Jones and like their tight ends. So like all the sharp books had this at like +6, +5.5. So the 6.5 was a little bit of a inflated line by BetMGM. I don't feel super strongly about it. I'd probably advise no touch over anything. But to get a play out there, I'm on the Patriots plus 6.5.
Yeah, I'm on Cowboys, and it was this morning, so I don't know where it's at now, but this morning, even like 30 minutes before the show, I had Cowboys minus 5.5 on PointsBet. Even though I'm limited there, I was still able, for some reason, for spread bets, they're letting me bet more than props, obviously. So I was able to put $75 on Cowboys minus 5.5 on PointsBet, and that's a key number, so I took them there. I just think it's disrespectful to the Cowboys, for a team that just I still don't have much faith in the Patriots. So I'm teetering and tottering on, man, if I should put a little on Henry for a TD, but because I read an interesting article where they just showed all these video clips of Mac Jones, and they're like his eyes and his reads, like he doesn't look at anyone but basically Henry in the red zone area. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because then obviously teams can just, quadruple team him, but I'm staying away for now. So right now, the only official play I have is Cowboys minus 5.5. And I feel pretty moderately confident in that one.
Sure. I get it. What about, could I interest you in a Ezekiel Elliott revenge anytime touchdown plus 235 at Barstool?
No, yeah, you'd have to give me literally, I think you'd have to give me like plus 350 or higher. He looks like he's running with cement blocks on his
he looks cooked.
Right now. I don't know, man.
He does look cooked, but reports came out this morning that they're going to give it more of an even workload between him and Ramondre Stevenson.
Really?
Literally just this morning. Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I guess I'd rather bet him than Henry, I guess, just because it's more of a short thing, but
Henry is at plus 375. So pretty significantly better odds.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I'll text you later about it.
Sure.
And I'll see.
Yeah. It's the afternoon game, so we got some time.
Yeah. So I'm on Cowboys. That's all I got for now.
Okay. All right. Next one, Cardinals 49ers. I also have a player prop on this one, Josh Dobbs under 190.5 passing. It's minus 115 at DraftKings.
Interesting.
Super low total. But FanDuel, for reference, has his over under at 183.5. Props.cash has his projected passing yards at 140. So another situation where both of those are aligned. Yeah. The 49ers defense is awesome. 4th in the NFL, according to DVOA, 4th against the pass, according to DVOA. Dobbs had a good game in week 2. That's his only good game he's had passing the ball. He went under, and the only actual 2 good defenses he played in the Cowboys and Commanders. 49ers are like the best defense, them and the Browns pretty much. Nice. And the Cowboys too. I mean, they're all really good. So I think that they're going to like the Cardinals are the type of team where even if they're losing, they're running. That's kind of that's their MO because they don't have any weapons in the passing game. So I like this one quite a bit. It was one of my official player props that I posted. So nice. No play on the main lines, but I'll take a player prop.
Yeah, spread's too big. That's why I did that 2-leg parlay.
Yeah,
where I teaser down. But my player prop, Kittle, anytime touchdown, plus 200. I tweeted this out yesterday. I think you still can catch it at plus 200. And degenerate one, 2 TDs, plus 1,700. Why? I'm not an idiot. Go back and look. And I know this season's not the same as last season, but in both games against the Cardinals last season, Kittle got 2 in both games. Okay. So I'm not even asking you to do anything different, George. Just do what you did last season against the Cardinals defense that doesn't seem, I don't know, that much better. So I don't think they had tons of upgrades. So again, fallacy, but he's due to progress in a positive way. And why not do it against a team that you just cooked last season? So at least give me the 1. But if you're nice, George, give me 2, just like you did last season. And keep this, make it 3 in a row where you get 2 against the Cardinals. Let's do it, Kittle.
I like it. Whenever there's an injury at receiver, Kittle, he had a great game last week. He just didn't score. I had him anytime touchdown, so I was devastated that he didn't score. But like Debo, if he plays, he's going to be banged up. All right, there you go. Mayweather took your Kittle that you posted earlier.
Thanks. There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to log. My computer's not working. I actually really like that. I was trying to log in on FanDuel and bet it as you were talking. I have to do it on my phone. But anyways, yeah, I get it. I mean, like I said, both Debo and Ayuk are banged up. I don't. If they're probably going to play, but they're going to be banged up. Kittle's going to get a ton more work. So I'm with you. I like it for plus 200 odds. I think that's pretty good. So all right, we can move on. Last game of the day. I'll let you take this one first, so I can lock in Kittle as you're talking. Yeah. Chiefs Jets, the Taylor Swift Kelsey Bowl. What do you got?
I mean, weirdly, you would think for a primetime game that involves the Chiefs and kind of the vaunted, New York Jets, like defense, keyword defense, I'd be super excited. I'm really weirdly just not even looking forward to this game.
I don't know. Terrible. Zach Wilson. Yeah. Who wants to watch Zach Wilson?
Yeah. So, as of right now, I actually don't have anything on the game, surprisingly. I mean, looking at it though, just to not be boring, you can get, minus 7.5 is the best spread right now for the Chiefs that you can get at, where is this? At PointsBet? PointsBet. Geez.
Whoops. I forgot to change the spreads here. So the graphic is obviously incorrect. I left the same one. So
yeah,
anyways,
I guess I mean, honestly, even at the opening line, I saw it at like 8.5 earlier in the week. I mean, I guess I'd even take them up to minus 8.5, under 9, so that you get whatever, a touchdown, missed field goal, and a field goal. I missed extra point and a field goal. So I would play it up to minus 8.5. I don't feel great about it, but because look, the Chiefs, it's like next man up, and Mahomes just finds a way to elevate everybody. But it's just also, I don't know that they've fully figured out their identity of who their main weapons are. It's like 1 week it's Sky Moore, then you get Rashee Rice, then you get so I don't know, but I trust Mahomes with 1 leg and 1 ankle more than I would 150% good to go Zach Wilson. So I know it sounds boring, but yeah, I just take Chiefs minus 7.5, and but the Jets defense is so good. I didn't even really feel great about any Chiefs props, honestly. So all I can think of right now is Chiefs minus 7.5. I know that's kind of boring, but I just worry it's going to be an ugly game. Like Chiefs can run it and kill the clock, just like the Eagles do to some degree. And the Jets just suck on offense. I don't know. It could be another primetime under, honestly. So
yeah, under is not a bad play. Under's at 41.5 right now. Don't look at the graphics. That's incorrect. I am fading America, and I'm taking Travis Kelce under 6.5 receptions. It's minus 105 odds at BetMGM. All the Swifties, all 9 million of them, everybody's going to have their eyes on Travis Kelce. The Jets might lose 40-0. Yeah. They will not let Travis Kelce beat them. I can assure you, in their home stadium with Taylor Swift there, they're going to dedicate all 11 resources to not letting Travis Kelce beat them. And he might get free for a touchdown because that's what Travis Kelce does. But 7 receptions is too rich for my blood. I know that he's their best weapon and pretty much their only weapon.
Yeah.
But
I like that. I like that,
but
actually. Yeah.
In a game where, if they go up 14-0 in the first quarter, they're just going to run the ball. And I mean, in the Jets defense is awesome. Their defense is really good, as you said. So even if they don't have to dedicate all 11 resources, they could just have a good defense that at stopping Travis Kelce. So
yeah,
I know he hit exactly 7 last game. That was at home against the dumpster fire Bears defense. The Jets offense is a dumpster fire. Their defense is not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
root that. I like
against
that.
America. I'm going to fade it. Give me, Travis Kelce under 6.5 receptions.
And that's what -102 on FanDuel right now. That's
is it? Okay. So that's actually better.
It's pretty good.
I got it at -105 at BetMGM. So it's actually better odds than,
you know what?
You can get better odds now.
Right now, I am going to take that with you right now. I'm sorry. It's minus. I'm sorry. That's the over. So under is. Let's see. Sorry. I read.
So you do want to get it. It's still -105 at BetMGM.
BetMGM. Yeah. Sorry.
That's where you want to take it.
I read the wrong one. Yeah. Gotcha.
All right.
I'll take that with you, actually, just so that I have some rooting interest in that. So I'm locking that in. So I'm making that piggyback official play. I'm going to put that in my bet tracker here. So Kelce.
I like it. All right. Yeah, there's a couple that I stole from you on the live stream as well. All right. Do you have anything that we missed in any of these games, or is it time for degeneracy?
Okay, no, degeneracy. And here, this is what I need us to do, and we could do it real fast, okay? So the reason I was asking you, and I know we kind of lost track of it, but let's do it real quick here, is I need you to tell me for just a dart throw of a play, and let's just go through the list of the games again real quick.
Sure.
Where you feel strongly that it will be a back and forth, so that there will not be 3 unanswered scores by any team in the game. So they can't have one. So whether it's a field goal, safety, touchdown, you cannot have one team have 3 scores in a row unanswered.
Okay.
So which ones? Because I want to just pick 4, 5, where you're I'm strong. That's what I was trying to go for.
Oh, I see.
And
wow.
I want to parlay those. So let's go through them real fast. And instead of we'll do a touchdown one, but let's make this, instead of the field goal thing and the every game scoring touchdown, we pick the battles where we know there won't be 3 unanswered, and we're going to parlay them together. Okay.
I like it. All right, let's go through it.
So we think Dolphins Bills, right? Will be a little bit back and forth, you think?
Yeah, the thing that's scary about that is
the Dolphins could go on a run.
Yeah. So
Dolphins could go on a run. I believe so. Maybe we pass on that for now.
So all right. So no team scores in 3 straight.
3 straight. Right? So yeah. So they can go 2 scores, and then the other team has got to score before that happens. So
okay. I think the better bet here is to go with some of the grosser games.
Okay. Then hold on. Let's go.
Bucs Saints.
Bucs Saints. Let me go. I think I gotta go to. Hold on. Game props.
Is this on DraftKings?
Yeah. Go to DraftKings right now with me, everybody, and then I think we have to go to. Let me see what category it is, so we could build this right now, real quick. I think
you have to go to the far right. Game props.
Game props. Yeah.
Either team to score 3 unanswered times.
Yeah, someone in a chat with me mentioned this, but I didn't. Yeah, we didn't. I'm not going to tail theirs. We're going to scoring. What is it? Scoring special?
No, you have to go to game props. You have to go to the far right under game props, and then it's the 4th one down.
Gotcha.
Ooh, it just went from +145 to +140, so we're on something here.
Okay.
All right. So that's 1. What about Ravens-Browns?
Okay, Ravens-Browns. Yeah, that one could be ugly, right?
Yeah, especially with DTR and how good the Browns defense is.
Okay.
So we'll add that one. That's +130. Oh, you can't parlay them on DraftKings.
You can't parlay them?
No.
Oh,
it won't let me. DraftKings won't let me, at least.
Hold on. I was able to parlay them earlier when I was building it. Hold on. Let me see real quick.
Unless it's for me specific.
Okay, let me see. Because we said what, Bucs Saints, right? And then let me go click on that, and then let's see if we can do it. And if not, we'll give up on this so we can move to the touchdown stuff real quick.
Disappointing though.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you could. Hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, wow. Earlier in the week, you could. I think people smashed it. And then
People, so they said
people were
no.
creating combos, and they've discontinued it.
These
Sorry,
sports
guys.
books are so lame.
They're so savvy. All right. They're so savvy. That ruins my, I can't believe
Maybe it depends on the person, because 224 TV says he was able to.
Okay, for the sake of the people, let's just pick the ones we would have said, and we won't waste time building it though. Because
I actually like these. I like these three that he gave out. Because we already picked. I say we add. We add. No, he had it. Yeah, Rams, Colts,
yeah.
Ravens, Browns, Bucs, Saints. I really like that. I'm down to steal that and make it our official one.
That's our DGen, not to have three unanswered scores. The ugly games, like Matt said. So those are the three, guys. Those are the three. For those of you who can parlay it, it seems like I was able to earlier in the week, but now I can't for some reason. It seems like other people can. So if you can, that's our DGen play, and then let's build a TD one now.
All right. So I was thinking about the TD one. There's three players that we both liked. We both like we both liked Anthony Richardson.
Yep.
That's plus 140 at FanDuel. I'm not sure the best odds for this because FanDuel doesn't limit me, so I always just do it on FanDuel.
Yeah, let's just do FanDuel. Who cares?
We both liked, excuse me, AJ Brown.
Yep.
And we both liked George Kittle.
Yep.
So if you put those three, you get plus 1,700.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad.
So I kind of like that. Just those three straight up.
I like that simple. So let's do that right now. So anytime TD. Okay, so we got Richardson in the Colts game, which he's got to score, man. He's got to run one in an ugly game.
Yeah.
Then we got AJ. Please catch it, AJ, this time. No more Butterfingers. And then Kittle, who we really liked. Yeah, plus 17. I'll deb right now. I'm gonna add. What is that? I'll try to win $300. I'll put 18. Yeah.
I did 25.
Okay, whatever. Screw it. 25. Yeah. I'll do 25.
Wow.
And then here's one. Okay, same, but for less money though, because this is going to be the degenerate one, like super degenerate.
Sure.
Let's.
What do you got?
Oh, screw them. They locked up the Browns Ravens game, but later when it's unlocked, add DTR. And then like $5.
So wait, we should do all right. So we have that one that we liked. There were a couple.
Let's just build a long shot one. Yeah, let's build a long shot one. All right,
only let's do long shots. So DTR.
DTR once that opens back up. Why is it?
It's up for me on FanDuel.
Let's see. Huh? Yeah, for Illinois it's locked, right? Oh, there we go. Now he's back on. All right, so DTR.
So we like DTR. We liked who's the other one? KJ Osborne.
KJ Osborne. Okay, KJ Osborne. Let's do KJ Osborne. Okay.
Actually, they took down anytime touchdowns in that game.
They put him back up just him at plus 270 right now. They blocked it and flashed it back up.
No, I'm sorry. The Vikings.
Oh, in the Vikings game.
Yeah, they don't have anytime touchdowns.
Okay, that's weird.
Unless it might be only in like I'm in Colorado. You can check your state.
No, they locked them up too for some weird reason. So okay,
all right, that's annoying.
So it's annoying. So forget KJ for now. Let's do.
Who else did? Oh, Hunter Henry.
You tell me. You like Hunter Henry, or do you want to do the Zeke revenge angle?
Hunter Henry's better odds. Zeke's so if we do this on FanDuel, Zeke's 185. Hunter Henry's 260.
Okay. Hunter Henry then.
Yeah, I say we go Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry. Okay, so we got DTR, Hunter Henry. Let's see.
We didn't actually talk about this guy to score, but the one player that we both did like was Tank Dell.
Okay, yeah, let's go Tank. I like Tank.
And he's 300.
Why not? Tank at 300. Okay. Anytime.
I just put $5 on this one.
5,228. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah. I'm not going to go nuts on this. $5 sounds good to me. So.
All right. So we got two, and I'll recap this. We got two anytime touchdown parlays. The one is a little bit more likely. Excuse me. Anthony Richardson, AJ Brown, and George Kittle. That's plus 1,700 at FanDuel. The next one is a little bit of a longer shot one. I put $5 on this one. Is DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Hunter Henry, Tank Dell. That's at plus 5,228. I put $5 on that one.
Yeah. All right. And then, for those who can parlay it, we wanted to do the Rams game, the Ravens game, and the Bucks game. At no point will there be 3 unanswered scores. Basically. So if you can parlay that on DraftKings, go ahead and do it. Thanks.
Yeah. So I guess this 224 TV just did $10 to win 79K.
There you go.
Which is crazy. All right. So last thing, the Trevor Lawrence card. For those of you that stuck till the end, I'm going to do this, and this is happening no matter what. We don't need anything to hit. All you need to do, just DM me, Sweat the Bet, and a shout out to our old podcast that we did last year that got canceled, but that's okay. Sweat the Bet, DM me that on Twitter, and Andrew Kim, aka the Parlaydoc, will send you a Trevor Lawrence football card. If you can pull it up on the screen.
Yep. Trevor Lawrence, CGC graded slab, grade 9, mint 9, die cut card. And I'll send that to you, free shipping and handling, and we'll figure out your shipping address and everything later, and we'll get it out to you. So once Matt picks a winner. Yeah.
So just DM me, Sweat the Bet. And then Andrew, I guess you do have a eBay store if you want to just plug that real quick. And it's in the the link for it is in the description of the video as well. But if you want to plug your eBay store.
Yeah, my eBay store has football cards, baseball, basketball, MMA, UFC cards, slabs, and just ungraded cards. And basically my username is Parlaydoc, just like my Twitter handle. So if you just type under the username on eBay, Parlaydoc, you'll see my store. I got a bunch of slabs that I'll be putting up this week. I got a bunch of MJ ones that'll be going up later this week. So go there, just like Twitter, you can follow an eBay store, follow my store, Parlaydoc, and I'll try to throw up some more MJ slabs later this week. So
there you go. Everybody do that. Everybody who wants a free Trevor Lawrence card, DM me, Sweat the Bet, and let's win all of our bets and parlays today. Thanks for joining.
Have a good one, Matt.